Journey time.
Let me in, dogs. Let me in. Oh, goodness gracious. We started early today. We started early.
So, good morning, guys. Let's do a quick good morning of everyone that's here already, and then we are going to get this show underway.
Okay. Happy Monday to y'all.
Happy Monday. I do not want to go back to work, but I'm okay about going back to work because it's only a 4-day work week. And next week's also a 4-day work week. Woo, woo. And it's only 144 days till our next cruise. Woo, woo.
Okay.
So we're going to say good morning to Lowell Jones first, who brought us our quote of the day.
That's right. The quote of the day. Let me pop it up here real quick. It says, "The magic thing about home is that it feels good to leave and even better to come back." That's from Wendy Wonder. How about that?
Well,
you're always ready to leave home and you're always ready to get back home.
The dogs are glad we're back. So when we got home, we were just absolutely exhausted. We did so much on that cruise that I think when we came home, we must have slept 18 straight hours.
It sure seemed like it. I'll tell you what, we were busy, go. It went by so fast, probably the fastest week of my life.
I know, and so many exciting things happened. So we're going to say good morning to Lowell Jones and the Z Show and the Gaylords.
Yes, good morning, you guys. Glad to see y'all again. We did miss you guys. I wish we could have done mornings every day. The internet and all that on the ship was not all it was cracked up to be. We were on that ship earlier this year, and it was much better than this. We don't know what was going on with it, but it wasn't that great.
No, and even Don was complaining about the internet on the ship, saying that the last time he was on it, the internet was better.
We had a whole conversation with Don, and it was amazing because the episode he put up the other day was basically the conversation we had standing there on the ship talking about some of the differences between the last time we had been on, because he had been on earlier in the year too, and being on there this past week.
Mm-hmm. And we want to say good morning to the Fearless Rambler.
George!
Good morning, Fearless Rambler.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Eddie Lugo.
Yo, Eddie.
And the Moonlight Adventures. Good morning, Moonlight Adventures. And Cedar World.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
We started a couple minutes early. I don't know how that happened. I guess because she did it.
And Captain Billy's here. Good morning, Captain Billy. Because we say when Captain Billy's here, everybody's here.
And ahoy, Captain Billy.
That's right. And get those salutes up because Mark the Shark is in the house.
Mark the Shark. That's right.
Good morning, beautiful people.
Sorry, I'm a little bit late. You're not late. It's still early. Believe it or not, we just got started really early this morning, Mark. He says, but if you know me, I'm sitting on my cruise ship with Harmony of the Seas pulling into Nassau. Woo, guys, good to see you guys back. I missed the show. Hey, you know what? We got to wave at Mark the Shark the other day from Port Everglades. He was parked in the Harmony right next to us there in the port, and we was waving at him and all that. And it was hard to see. I was using my zoom lens to try to see him over there.
So when we were leaving, we were actually we boarded the ship at Terminal 21.
Yes.
And we had to pull up to Terminal 2 because before we could even leave the port, we had a medical emergency and the ambulance was waiting at Terminal 2. So we left Terminal 21. We docked at Terminal 2. We let the passenger off that had the medical emergency, and then we went about our way. But it was amazing that before we left Terminal 21, 400 people still had not done their muster station drill.
Yeah, it's really disheartening, because Disney's already went back to making everybody stand outside with those life jackets and all that. I'm telling you, it's a matter of time. People, you got to get it together. Go do the muster drill. It's so easy. You just walk up there and they check you in, and then you go watch the video while you're unpacking or while you're eating on your phone.
I just don't understand why people don't do it. I really don't. So we have so much footage to get out there that it's ridiculous. I tried to organize my footage while we were on the ship, but we were so busy. Every time I turned around, I was too busy to do anything.
We were on the go from like 7 a.m. till midnight, 1 o'clock every day.
Yes. And let me tell you what, meeting Jenny and Tony and Dawn was fabulous. We're going to tell you that we had asked Dawn and Tony the same question. what is the best advice you could give us as a YouTube channel?
That could be an
They
episode in
both-
itself.
I know they both gave us the exact same answer.
Yeah.
And we were so glad because the thing that they said, we already are aware of, and we're like right on board with that. So we were so excited to know that we were on the right track based on the advice that came from two of the largest YouTube channels on cruising out there.
That's right.
And Jenny, we met Jenny first. First, we came across Jenny, and and good morning, TNT. So nice to have you with us. Oh, we have a new name. We are now TNT's Adventures to Sea.
Oh, I got to write that down.
I kind of like that.
TNT's Adventures to Sea.
Yes, I like that.
I'm going to write it
I
down.
like that. So we came across Jenny first, and she was in the casino. And it was a day where we promote our channel a lot when we're on a cruise ship. We just do. To the point to where would we gain 44 subscribers on
Something
this
like
cruise?
that. Yeah.
I think we gained is either 30. I'll tell you how. Hold on a second. I'll tell you exactly how many we gained. What are we at? 1146.
I think so.
We gained 34 subscribers on board. And we promote our channel a lot while we're on board. And so one day we were out promoting our channel and and good morning, See Me Traveling. So nice to have you. So glad you guys are feeling better. And so we were promoting our channel, and we came across Jenny, and Jenny was in the casino, and I wanted to talk to her, but she was playing her slot machine, and I do not want to interrupt somebody that's winning money and or maybe losing money. So I just walked up to her and I gave her one of the little promotional things that we were doing that day, and she was so cute. It had candy in it, and she says, "Do I have to share this candy with Tony?"
Nope.
And I said, "No, you do not." Here, I gave her one for Tony. And she was so cute. Let me tell you what, Jenny is so precious. She is the sweetest, kindest hearted woman that you could possibly meet.
Yeah, she comes across really nice on videos and stuff, but she's even nicer in real life.
She really is.
If that's possible, it's true.
Yeah. And what does Law Jones say here? Better than outside Walmart again?
Better than outside Walmart. Yeah, remember when I was outside Walmart saying, "Hey, if you want to go inside, you got to subscribe first. Hey, if you want to park here, you got to subscribe first." It worked. Hey, it worked, Law.
It did. It worked. So we had a great conversation with Jenny when we were sitting there, and immediately she subscribed to our channel. She's like, "I'm going to subscribe to you right now." We're like, "Well, thank you very much."
Yeah.
And let me tell you, she was just, I cannot express how sweet Jenny is. Even though she ended up hurting her foot while she was on the ship, she's super sweet.
Yep.
And then the next person we ran into, when we ran into Jenny, Tony was there. Jenny was playing the slot machines, but Tony was playing, I don't know what game it was. I don't know if it was blackjack or it was at a big table. Good morning, Leonard Family Fun. So nice to have you with us today. So here is our day of the day.
Happy National Hard Candy Day and National Oatmeal Muffin Day. Celebrate accordingly.
Oatmeal
That's right. Take your hard candy, stuff it in your oatmeal muffin, and go for it. Have it all in one whack. That's our adventure today.
So Tony was there as well, and he was gambling at a table. And so we did not interrupt him at all because they had a serious game going on over there. And you could tell by Tony's mannerisms, that he was focusing on this game all the way.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about the casino. We don't go in a casino, but we oftentimes have to pass through them on ships. And that was the most crowded casino I think I've ever seen in my life. It was packed in there. If there was, what was it? 3,400 people on the ship, and I think 3,000 of them were in the casino that day.
Mm-hmm. And our first day at sea, before we were in charge of the cruise critic meet and greet, and we had 4 officers that spoke at our meet and greet.
Sure.
And there were on that ship that we were on, there were 1,100 first-time cruisers, first-time ever cruisers on that ship. 1,100. Can you imagine that?
That was probably explains the 400 people who hadn't done the
Muster
muster station
station
drill yet.
And they also had 25 brand new crew members that this was their very first contract ever on any cruise ship.
Yeah, I think at every port we stopped at, they added some new crew members.
Mhm.
So there's always a rotation of crew members. Some are going home, some new ones coming on everywhere you go. But it was pretty much a full crew too, from what they said. They had 1,300 crew members on there. They said in the meeting,
and the ship was 95% full.
Yes, it was.
And Law Jones, you are right. The beautiful Jenny B.
Yep.
Let me tell you what, she has the most precious spirit of any woman I've ever met. She's a little shy. I didn't expect her to be as shy as she was, but she was very, very sweet. And Leonard Family Fun, yes, 1,100 brand new cruisers that have never cruised before.
That's right, Tanisha. They were like, what's going on here?
So then when we met, Tony, we were passing by the Alfredo's. And if you know Tony, he loves Alfredo's pizza. And so we were passing by.
So do I.
We were passing by and check us. Look, there's Tony. And let's see, what does TNT have to say here?
What locations did you visit?
Oh, we went to Princess K. We went to St. Martin and St. Thomas.
St. Martin and St. Thomas. Yep.
What does Fearless Rambler say here?
Tomorrow I fly out to Colorado to help my son fix a fence and then drive back Thursday for a wedding.
Oh my
Whoa!
gosh.
You got a busy schedule this week there, George. Woo.
Yes.
Got to get busy.
So we met Tony. He was standing outside Alfredo's, and Chet was like, look, there's Tony. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, you got to keep in mind, this is later in the week. This is like the next to the last day of the cruise. And all week, let me just tell you, all week, people have been saying, hey, have you seen Tony and Jenny and Don? We're like, no, we have not. And so we'd run into those same people every day, and they'd go, hey, have you seen them yet? We'd be like, no, we have not. We're like, well, we told them to look for you. And I said, okay, did you tell them to look for Sea Lake Journeys with the one-legged dude? And they says, no, we told them to look for Chet and Robin. So I just imagine Tony and Jenny and Don walking around looking for people they've never seen before. Who are these people? Well, apparently he did recognize us at Alfredo's because we kind of glanced over at him and he's like, hey, come here.
Yeah, so we did. So evidently everybody telling Tony about us. We were standing outside our front, and he actually called us over.
Yeah.
So because he was standing there, he was talking to people that
We're not going to interrupt him.
No, he was having lunch with these people, and so we were not about to interrupt him. But when he called us over, we were like, oh, yeah. And then it was so funny because after our conversation we had with Tony, and I asked him, I said, do you mind if we have a photo? He says, absolutely not. He takes my phone, right? And he goes, I'm going to show you how to do this. He says, this is for Instagram, and this is for YouTube.
He says, I've mastered this. I know exactly how to do this. We're like, okay.
Yeah. He's like, I'm the master of the selfie. I was like, oh, that's sure, no problem.
And he proved himself correct. He was.
He did. Yep. And then when we ran into Dawn, the next day. And Dawn was actually outside of the French Bistro waiting for Tony. And we had a great conversation with Dawn.
We ran into him in one of the shops. And he said, hey, how's it going? He says, hey. And we got talking for a minute. We go, hey, you think we can grab a picture with you while you're in here? He just, let's go outside. Get some Christmas decorations behind us. We're like, okay. So we walked out the store, all of us together, and got our picture taken together. And
then we stood there and had a lovely conversation with him.
Yeah.
And that's when we were talking about the app. And then that video that he put out about the Princess app, and that Princess called him about his video that he put out. And Law Jones, this is cute. He wanted more candy, right? Let me tell you what. So when we ran into Tony, because we had given Jenny the candy first, right? And when we ran into Tony and we had a conversation with him, he said to us about the candy. He says, yeah, I asked Jenny where that candy was, and she had ate all the chocolate out of it and left me the candy cane.
The candy cane, yeah.
And I was like, you mean she didn't share any of the chocolate with you? He was like, no, she left me the candy cane.
Well, we'd handed out a whole suitcase full of candy on this cruise. Every day we were handing out different candy. Hershey Kids one day. So anyway, after we left Tony, went downstairs. I wanted a bag of M&Ms, so I went there to get me one. Well, we went ahead and bought two. So Robin back up, said, go there and give one of these to Tony.
So I gave him, it was in the Princess shopping bag, and I just sat down. I said, excuse me, Tony, I hate to interrupt your lunch, but this is for you, and you can share it with Jenny if you want, or you can tease her with it. He looks in the bag, he says, I'm teasing all the way. So we had some great conversations with both of them, and we felt very honored that they took time out for us, because they're very busy. And good morning, Ocean to Ocean. So nice to have
Good
you with us this
morning.
morning.
Bruce and Cindy.
And we know we've watched their vlogs before, and we've heard them say how it took them an hour to get across the deck because everybody is berating
We've
them.
seen it. We've seen them vlogging, and it took them an hour to get across the deck.
Mhm.
And we know how busy we are on a ship. And then magnify that times 200. That's how
Right.
busy they've got to be on a ship. So we did not want to infringe on 1 second of their time. We thought, hey, if we waved them and they waved back, that'd be cool.
Exactly.
But so getting to talk to them was just a special treat.
It really was. And the fact that they, for us to tell them that we're brand new YouTubers and us asking them advice. Here's what TNT has to say.
It says, we will be hitting St. Thomas on our February 12th cruise and looking so forward to leaving this frozen tundra. Well, you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you get there, Tom, because it is beautiful down there in St. Thomas. And we got videos. We're going to show you just how beautiful it is and where you should go and what you should do while you're there. How about that?
That's right.
Yeah.
And so when we were talking to Don was saying that, I forgot what I was going to say. The dog's distracting me so much. The dogs have just been all over us since we got home.
Yeah.
So pick him up.
I get him. Come here, Ringo.
And one thing that we did learn from Don and Tony, which we have already discussed, but we really try to go live from a cruise ship. And both Don and Tony told us, don't go live from a cruise ship. It makes such a bad video because the internet is, going in and out, that really you want new subscribers to see good content, not blurry content. So we are never going to go live from a cruise ship again. What we will do is we will do just what they do. We will film it, and then we'll get back to our cabin and we'll upload it as a regular video, but we will never go live again from a cruise ship.
I don't want to say never, because it's going to improve and get better as time goes on.
Until the internet on a cruise ship becomes as good as it is at home, we will not go live. That was one of the things that they had said too, that you want good quality content out there, especially for new subscribers that are finding you. You don't want them to find you with this sparse, grainy video, because they're going to assume that all of your videos are that grainy. And good morning, Mark. How nice to have you with us. So glad to have you with us.
Good morning, the other Mark Shark 801, as we know him by. Aloha and much love to you, brother.
That's right. That's right. And it was so funny because the Skyride video that they put up, we got off early. They sleep a little later, and we ate the exact same things that they had eaten, and our video is going to be pretty much identical to theirs, really. Except
you're going to think we were standing right beside them and going, "Hey, this is the same video we saw." But they still Alito Boca's video.
Okay, so shall we tell them the most important thing that we learned from Tony and
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so this is the most important thing that we learned from Tony and Don about having a YouTube channel. And I just flat out asked the question. And I told him, I said, so I want to ask you a question about, I see a lot of channels out there that they record the whole show. They record the sail away party with all the music and everything. What do you think about that? Is that something that, what is your opinion about that? And this is what they said. Since they have started, good morning, Scott. Good night. So nice to have you. And we appreciate you listening while driving. They said that they have seen more channels being shut down out of clear blue sky because they're filming music and performances directly off the ship. And yes, you see them out there. Yes, you see them on YouTube. But if you want to be a channel that is making money and you want to be a channel that is known, don't do that. And we were like, oh, that's great, because we don't do that. And Dawn said 1 second of music is copyright. 1 second. Because, they used to be, you could have 10 seconds, you could have 7 seconds. He says 1 second of background music is a copyright violation. And so we don't do that. We don't film shows. We don't film Well, we film the show. We do not film the show. We may walk by a performer or something that's in the atrium, but we dub out their music. And so we were very fortunate that we've not started our channel that way. And that is one thing that a lot of channels are doing, that as far as Tony and Dawn say, don't do that. That is the number one thing that as your channel becomes known, will shut your channel down. So that's take it or leave it. We're not the magic crew. We're not the magic cruising channel. We don't know how to do it magically, but we do take advice from those that do know. And we took their advice without question.
Better to start off the right way than to start off the wrong way and then try to correct yourself. And you have all those strikes against you right when you think you're fixing it, we're fixing to get monetized or whatever. And all of a sudden, they tear you down.
And then they say as well, and good morning, cruising is fun anytime. And good morning, Parker's on the go.
Good morning, everybody.
And another thing is that YouTube will shut your channel down. They say that you can never have a channel again. That's because when you become monetized, you have to give them your social security number. So you just can't start another channel and become monetized and make up a new social security number. So that's how it is that you can never have another channel again. And good morning, CETA World. So nice to have you with us. So we just want to share that with everybody out there. Advice from Dawn and Tony, the two biggest, other than Tips for Travelers. But if you look at Tips for Travelers, Lalita Loca and Dawn, they don't do that.
That's right.
They don't do that. And
it's not only a matter of looking at what channels do, look at what channels don't do.
Right.
Why are these channels not doing these things? Because they don't want to get burned down. So don't do them. So remember that if you're a new channel, don't just worry about copying somebody doing what they're doing. Look at what they're not doing and don't do them things also.
Exactly. And, that's why Dawn and Tony, you don't hear those things in their videos. You don't see those things in their videos because they would love to put the whole performance of the show and that was in the Princess Theater out there, because that's your way of sharing the cruise experience with someone that's not been on the cruise. But really, it's 100% copyright. And I love the fact that 1 second of music is a copyright violation.
Yep. You can't mess up if you don't have 1 second.
Right.
You can't mess up then.
You can't mess up then.
It's better to fix yourself so that you don't mess up.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everybody. It's popping in here this morning. I saw a question up there too a second ago from Leonard Family Fun.
Here it is.
Would the channel be okay if they dub out the music during sail away? Asking for myself for future cruises.
Yes. So you can. So first of all, you cannot film a performance. You cannot go into the theater and film the performance and put it up. I can't say you should. I can't say you can't. You can do it, but your channel will be shut down for it. And they may not be shut down now, may be shut down when you get 4,000 subscribers, but eventually your channel will be shut down. But what you can do is at the sail away, because you're always playing the line dancing music and all that. Yes. Dub out that music, mute that, and then put in music that is allowed, as long as it's not a performance. Yes, you can do that. And that is okay to do. But if you've got 1 second of the Cupid Shuffle in there, it's now copyright.
Yep. You're just risking it. Just don't risk it.
Yeah. And you know what? I appreciate the fact that Dawn and Tony, they weren't even together when they gave us those same answers.
Nope.
We had separate conversations with them.
Separate days.
Separate days. And they both gave us the same information. And they said that they have seen hundreds of channels shut down for copyright violations. And, I always told Chet, I said, I wonder where all the channels are that are between like Lalita Loca and little channels like us. Well, now I know. Now I know. As these little channels get bigger and bigger and bigger with all the copyright violations, that's why there is nothing in between.
That's what it appears to be anyway. We're just trying to put 2 and 2 together there.
Mm-hmm.
But
And another thing is, even though Tony and Dawn didn't say this, first of all, we are subscribers of their channels, and seeing that they don't do those things, I think that's the subscribers go for those channels, because they don't want to go for a channel that's got copyright violations and fall in love with that channel and that channel gets shut down. I think that's why so many people do gravitate towards those channels that are doing the right thing. And here's let's see what Captain Billy has to say.
Some shows on ships encourage you to record the show and share it to social media. You need to listen to the rules before the show starts. Para DJ does that.
First of all, every show we have ever heard, they have always said the same thing. There is no video recording and no flash photography.
Yeah,
we have never heard a show.
I've never heard
that
anything
said
to the
that.
contrary to that.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
if you have, Captain Billy, you've heard something we haven't heard. So
Yes, because we've been on a lot of cruises and we have never heard them say share this on social
because
media.
with copyrights, you're not just copywriting the show itself, you're copywriting the music, you're copywriting the company that put the music out,
the record company,
the singer, the songwriter. There's so many different copyrights there.
Mhm.
You'd have to have approval from all of them.
yes.
And I don't know how you'd get that.
I don't either because and good morning, Keisha, and good morning, Elaine. So nice to have you with us. And that was one thing about, to have the right to copyright, like Chet said, it's not just the performer performing the music, it's the original writer of the music, the original composer, the original producer, the original record label.
that put it out.
You have to have all that. Without all that,
We've dug into this, and it's an onion. You think you've got through 2 of the layers, and you find out there's 2 more layers that can gig you.
yeah.
So,
And if you notice, when you look at going back to Tony and Don's videos, there is no music in their videos. There's no music at all in their videos. And that's why.
Yeah.
Nor are there any performances.
I mean, everybody's got to make your own decisions. You know,
yeah.
Everybody's going to do what they feel they can do. So, but we're just giving you advice that they gave us.
We're just sharing. Yeah. We're just, because you know what? Not everyone does not have the opportunity to meet 2 of the biggest cruising YouTube channels out there and have a conversation with them and ask them questions about, can you tell me what I can do to make my channel better, to make my channel grow? I want to be successful. We all don't have that opportunity. So that's why we wanted to share with y'all. We're not telling you what to do.
You can't always get tips on how to make your channel grow. You got to figure that out yourself. But they can give you tips on how to not get shut down.
Right.
If you do these things, you're risking it all.
Exactly.
We can't tell you how to get better. We can't tell you how to make your channel better. We can't tell you how to make your channel grow. We can't tell you how to get subscribers, but we can tell you how to not mess up.
Right.
So, and that's good tips from 2 of the biggest channels
right.
out there.
And, I had told, I'm not sure if it was Tony or Don I said to, I can't remember which, that there was somebody, called us game show hosts. He says, we all must be doing something right. People have to like you. If they don't like you, that's it. People have to like you. And
I hate this channel. I'm going to go watch them again.
And really, we really believe that if people like you and your content's not that great, they'll still come around because they like you.
Yeah, see, it's working for us.
And I just have to say again that we have grown so fast. We're approaching 1,200 subscribers right now at a ridiculous rate. But I think it's just because we work really hard and we try to do things the right way that we won't get any gigs on. Let's see what Eddie Lugo says here.
Make sure you hit that
yes,
like.
Eddie, thank you.
Oh, thank you for that, Eddie. Law Jones says Jay just had problems with old clips from long ago. There you go.
That's true. And he's Ship Life, and he's huge.
Big channel.
And that was an actual lawsuit. They were going to go to court over some stuff for him. So we don't want to tell anybody what to do.
We ain't telling nobody what to do.
No.
We're just telling you what somebody else told us.
Nor are we saying Robin and Chet know how to do it, because we don't know how to do it. We watch all these things that say do this and do this, or don't do this and don't do that. All we do is, if it sounds like it's legit, it probably is.
We'll reiterate the point. Find out what you should not be doing and don't do that. How you get there, how you go up is all up to you. What material you do, how you do it, and everything, but just pay attention to the things that can get you burnt down later, like Jay's finding out. He had some trouble.
Too, let's just say that you have a video about the performance. We saw the rock opera. Okay, you can have a video talking about how awesome that show was, and you know what you're going to do? You're going to promote interest. The people are going to be like, I want to see that show.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
without even showing the show.
And if you haven't seen it, you do want to see it. It's a fantastic show.
Yeah, so there is a way to present the material without showing the actual performance and everything.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I'm not saying this about Para DJ. I'm just, we'll just say, I'm not saying Para DJ. Let's just say there's a channel as big as Para DJ, and they've been doing recording all these things for years and years. It doesn't mean that tomorrow they won't get shut down. I'm not saying Para DJ. I'm saying somebody as big as Para DJ, because they're big as well. But you know what? It is what it is. We go into this as a business. And we just wanted to share with you guys the information. And we had a great cruise. We got some great vlogs coming out. We have a vlog coming out. We have a video coming out tonight at 6:30. A premiere at 6:30.
Premiere at 6:30 tonight. Don't miss it.
So what does Leonard Family Fun here say? Sorry for the delay. Listen. Oh, no problem, Tanisha. And so until tonight at 6:30, we'll see you around the channel.
We're done already?
Yes, it's time to go.
Oh, see you around the channel.
Did you want to say something before we left?
Nope, we're done.
Bye, guys.